Hi everyone, Ben here from Sydney Fruit Gardening. Just a short video for you today. I'm going to show you some of the grafts that have taken recently, some things that are flowering, and look, I might just make some of it up as I go along. We'll see what's interesting in the garden at the moment. So a bit of wind today, but otherwise a beautiful sunny day here in Sydney. So I'm just going to flip you around now, and I'll start off with the Jaboticaba, one of the grafts I've taken on that. So hang on. Alright, this is my little nursery alleyway down the side of the house. So everything's growing pretty well. A lot of the flowers, some annuals have come up. Yeah, have a look at these. These are just stunning. Lilies. Beautiful. But let's go to the Jaboticaba. So this is a seedling Sabara, and I did do quite a number of grafts on this. They're very small, so they're very tricky to do, and only one is actually taken. That's the Momotaro, I think it's called. Momotaro. I did that on the 22nd of the 9th. It's now it's early December. You can just see there. We've got some growth now. So yeah, some nice growth on that. The other grafts haven't actually popped up or done anything, so I think look, they may not have worked. So the scion wood was quite small. That's why these were a bit tricky. All these grafted apples that I've done, they're all doing really well. Some of them even have little fruits growing on them. One over here has a little fruit growing. So you can fruit them in pots, but yeah, here's another one, a little fruit growing on it. I think that's a Christmas apple. So yeah, so they're all doing really nicely. I've just done a lot of uppotting today. These are black sapote seedlings. They were all in smaller pots. I've just put them into some nice bigger ones for the time being. Rolinias. These are all Jaboticabas again. I've just uppotted them today as well. All right, go around here. This is my I think it's an Adriatic fig. It's doing really well. Lots of little figs growing on it. These figs don't get terribly big, but they're nice and sweet. So they're doing quite nicely. This is an Australian lime. I grafted on the 30th of the 10th, 2022. Again, this has just started to shoot out recently. This was quite nice. It was bigger than normal lime. It was a little bit yellow like a lemon inside, but not as sour as a lime or a lemon. You could actually, well, I actually ate it straight from the tree. When I got this, the lady gave me a fruit to try, and so yeah. So yeah, Australian lime has taken nicely. So now on this tree I've got Australian lime, lemon, Tahitian lime, Kefir lime, over here, Kefir lime. I think this is mandarin, I think. Blood orange. All on this little tree. So they're all doing nicely. I've just been putting off repotting this. You can see here the size of the tree in the pot. It's not a huge pot, but it's doing okay. And I just top it up with slow release fertilizer, and it keeps trucking along. But Jujubes doing nice. Have a look at this. Some of these Jujubes are growing quite well. This is still in the pot from dailies. I haven't worked out where it's going to go, and I'm worried if I plant it, the fruits might fall off. So I'll let it fruit this season in the pot, and then transplant it out next season, I think. Here's another fig. These are some of my mystery figs. Literally, they were sold to me as mystery figs. A lady bought a farm, and there was a range of figs growing around a river, and some were cultivated, others were wild. So I got cuttings of all of them, and this year might be the first year I'm getting a decent crop. So fingers crossed. There's more up here. Those leaves don't look good. Anyway, Sapodilla, not growing very much. It spat out a little growth then stopped. Oh, this guy, the Canistell. So the Canistell was a bit sad. It got picked on. New shoots basically got picked on by some caterpillar or something, and then it got quite unhappy after that. I just gave it a couple of weeks ago. Gave it some fertilizer and dynamic lifter, and that's starting to shoot off now again. Again, this one, I was very close to planting it in ground this year. I grew this one myself from a seed, but I reckon I'll let it go this season as well and plant it in ground next year. All right, blueberries are finishing off here. They didn't really get very big, but the pots aren't that big for these, so I might change them as well. More unknown figs. I've been getting some of these white deposits on the leaves. I just try and rub them off. Something comes along and just sprays these all over the leaves. I think that may be scale, I'm not sure. More little figs forming on this one too. Fig there. There's quite a few figs on this little one. Okay, none on this one, some on this one. So yeah, figs are doing all right. Okay, well, I've also started the netting process. So this is my Fuji, but it also has a Dorset Golden on it, which are starting to ripen. And it looks like mouse season has commenced because I came out the other morning and I found mice had eaten through one of the bags actually on this tree. So I netted this one. I put pegs and whatnot all around it and tried to even tie it closed in places. But even then, 2 nights ago, we had mice come in or a mouse and ate one of the golden Dorset apples through 2 protective cloth bags after it got past the net. So last night I put on a further 2 protective cloth bags. I don't know if you can sort of see it. It's all in here. Yeah, you can't really see it. There's so much netting now. But this is all full of apples, this area. But last night, so it still managed to get in. It bit through the outer cloth bag, but it didn't get through into the actual apples. So that seemed to have worked. And I've tightened it up today. I've brought mouse traps. So look, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, apples are developing nicely generally. They're still quite small, but that's just the time of year. So the apples are doing really good. Abiu is coming back after being beaten by scale quite badly. So that's coming back. This is my first Abiu, and it's doing the worst. It's now shooting from the base, which isn't a good sign. Lucama's doing fine. This is the other Abiu. Nice and green now, shooting lots of growth. This is one that got hit most by scale. Oh, have a look at this guy here, praying mantis. So that's the other Abiu. All right. My Rollinia espalier is doing well. The flowers are still, there's only 2 of them, but they're still hanging on there. That's doing okay. The Jackfruit espalier is starting to shoot out. It's not doing as good as the Rollinia. Starting to get some raspberries now. That one's even ready, I reckon. How's that? Beautiful. So good. All right, Panama berries shooting out lots of flowers now. Hopefully we'll get a few ripe Panama berries before too long. They came very late in the season last time. Took a long time to ripen. Hopefully this year it's more acclimated and we get some fruits earlier, but we'll see. I tied up my jackfruit a bit differently. I just noticed when I moved the support that was right next to it, it was very floppy, so hopefully this way it all builds its own strength. Miracleberry hasn't been doing that great, but it's got lots of new growth starting to come. So I think Miracleberry will come back. It's a real borderline one for here though. Black sapote, I've eaten all those sapotes now. Well, we had 4 of them, but now it's putting out the flowers for next year's crop. Lots of flowers coming. Still a very sort of funny growth habit. This tree shoots out lots of branches rather than having a very clear central leader. Yeah, Chacha's doing good. Suriname Cherry. Look, I didn't get many Suriname cherries this time. 2. And they're really small. This one really wants to go in the ground. It's eaten up all the available capacity in that pot and just dries out super quickly. So got some flowers coming on the acerola, potted acerola, so that's nice. This was a marcotted variety, so it's nice to get some flowers right away. Star apple is shooting out now. It was unhappy for a while there, but now it's got lots of new growth. And medium or midgeonberry is flowering very heavily now. Last time I did this, I didn't actually get many fruit, so I'm hoping this time I get a whole bucket load of midgeonberries. That would be fantastic. But let's see. This is another fig. This has got a couple of figs forming, and it's got one brebba on here, which just remains hard. It's sort of been like this for a while now. It's not really getting any softer. I don't know if I should just pick that one, but hopefully it'll soften up soon. Alright, mango. I just sprayed the mango with Munkazeb today because it's getting these patches on it. Like these brown patches and shriveling the leaves, and underneath it starts out as a white kind of fungus, and then the leaf dies. So I've just sprayed it with Munkazeb. I hope that helps. We've got some mangoes forming. I don't know if I'll leave many on the tree. It seems to be coming back quite nicely now after the games it was playing before, where it was basically just shooting out growth and then dying. So let's see how it goes. This is the Irwin mango. So it's doing nicely. Lots of pomegranates on the tree this year. Lots of bagged up in there. And it's still flowering. It's still flowering now. So a very good year for pomegranate. The wonderful pomegranate. I think I've got a Chateau mulberry almost ripe down here. They're very delicious when I get them, but this tree still has to get bigger in order to produce the quantity of fruit. A few apples on this one. They're going nicely. And this is a blue flax lily. This is a bush tucker bush. These are actually quite sweet. You'll often see them used as a landscaping plant in parks and whatnot, but the fruit itself is actually sweet. Not bad. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.